All right, good morning. Alpha Traders. So anyway,
Yeah. Good
yeah,
morning.
got a lot of stuff to do. I brainstormed yesterday. I was like, okay, well, I found where another water problem was, the pump, which I don't use the pump. I use the pressure from the well. And so it had a crack in the housing. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to bypass. I'm just going to connect the lines, pull the pump out. Well, in my haste, right? So I do this, and all of a sudden I'm sitting here and I'm like, why don't I have a lot of water pressure? I didn't have a lot of water pressure, and I'm like, fuck, man, what's going on? I was like, well, maybe there's a little chunk of ice in one of the ends of the hoses or something. I'm like, it'll melt. So I go outside to get the dogs later, like an hour later, and I just hear a rush of water outside. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? And I go around the back, and the air vent that goes to the fresh water tank on the back of the fifth wheel is just pouring water out. And I'm like, oh no. So my dumb ass, and I'm good at this shit, right? It's like my dumb ass didn't even realize, okay, so Scott, what is this pump for? The pump is used to pull water from the fresh tank into the system. So I pulled the pump out, hooked the lines together, and then when I hooked up the water to the RV, it backfilled the fresh tank.
Oh, jeez.
And so it just starts pouring out the air vent out the back, and I'm like, oh my God, you dumbass. I just never thought those lines need capped. They don't need connected.
Right.
I was
Right.
like, you dipshit. You dipshit. So yeah, time to fly. I know you're listening. That's why I didn't get with you last night. I was dealing with all kinds of crap. We'll get it done though. Let's see here. Pre-market. Tesla's running. Tesla's back almost up to 120 pre-market. From pre-market to pre-market, I believe 105 to 120. Not a bad move, man. Not a bad move. What's that, about 12% or something? Something like that. I don't know. Just doing quick maths.
Battery is charged and
Yeah.
running.
And then I was just looking for, any stories I want to talk about today. And I come across this thing where somebody was bringing up Elon again, where Elon wasn't accepting Bitcoin anymore for Teslas because of the environmental concerns. And so I got into a
Right.
conversation with some dude, and I'm like, so does he not understand where like a large amount of the energy that's charging his vehicles comes from? Does he
Yeah,
not?
no, he understands. He definitely understands
I was
that.
like, he's a fucking troll, man.
Yeah.
He's definitely a fucking troll. So but to charge his cars like worldwide, you talk about, I mean, just all the fossil fuels that are being used. It's like, wow, man. Now I know there's nuclear power and shit like that, solar. But then again, I tell the guy, I was like, and you do realize like a large percentage of Bitcoin mining is using green energy?
Right.
I
In
was
fact, the
like,
majority of it, especially since once they left China,
yeah,
pretty much they all went green. Like all the ones that left China.
yeah. It's just
Yeah.
who knows, man.
Yeah.
Insane though.
Well, every little helps. Any bit we can do to make the world a nicer, greener, and healthier place. Good for the long term. That's for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, Tesla moving pre-market pretty good. Spies up to 379 pre-market. I haven't really looked at anything
Yeah.
else, but Tesla jumped off the page to me. Bottom
Yeah.
of Tesla's. Let's see here. Where is the bottom of that monthly, man? Is this it all the way down here? I don't believe so. I think that's the daily. I was looking at this earlier. It's stuck up under here. I think it's just 123. No, not that low. 127. Yeah. Let's see, 127.17. That is the bottom of the weekly. It's like right under here. It's in this pile. It's right at the actual 95 for Laplace. So if Tesla's gonna run 127, good mark. Man, if I was trading this intraday, you know what? Let me take a quick little peeky here. Where you at, Tesla? Boom. Man, that IVR is at 76. Wowzer. Okay, let's see. 1 day. Yes. What are the 1 days? Let's see what a call vertical is. Boom, boom. Pretty good, actually. Boom. Let's say this thing were to run. Boom. Wow. And there we go. That's not a bad intraday trade right there, man. 113. Load up at 113. Is this baby gonna run? Hey, I do think this thing could run. I really do. Up. What is that max loss? 289. Profit 711. That's not a bad trade. Putting on a call vertical in Tesla today. I mean, you risk $289 for a max profit of 711. It's not bad, but that's clocking out at 123. Push that baby all the way up to the 95 Laplace, about 126. Yeah, 315 max loss, 985 profit. I mean, this is where these intraday options, man. I mean, there's money to be made. You get a fast mover, man. It's there. It is there. Do I put this on? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's take a quick peek at the Tesla chart. Hey, you wanted live trading? Here you go. Let's see here. Traditional. Where you at, Tesla? Where you at, big dog? 112. Boom, boom. 4 hour. Yeah, that bull div, man. Had the bull div on the 4 hour. Look at the fishers are ripping.
It's delayed by some seconds on YouTube, so it's not live on YouTube. It's only for the Discord members.
What's that?
Technically, it's delayed by some seconds on YouTube, so it's not live trading on YouTube.
Nah. And I'm not showing anything. I'm just talking. This is fun time. Yeah. Entertainment purposes only. Right, P-Funk?
Entertainment only, people.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, and that trend to the downside, man. Looks like it's finally weakening. Really, the entropy indicator is really turning up now. I'm seeing that, and that's on the daily. Daily 4 hour. Looked at the 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hour's turning up. The 4 hour predictor flipped. 90 minutes. Yeah, all these volatile, and these obviously on these time frames. This is all where it closed yesterday. So, yeah, it was contracting, positively correlated on the 90 minute. 40. Interesting indeed. Is this a good risk reward? Be honest, this is up pre-market so much. I doubt this baby'd even get filled. You never know though. 13. How about we go right to the 1SD on the daily, or at least what they're populating at 1. Hell, it's almost there now. 23, 29. Oh yeah. He said, "Oh yeah." Let's review and send this.
Still open anyways, right?
What's that?
You can't fill those pre-market, I don't think, can you?
No. They have to fill right at the opening. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't think options traded pre-market.
So the chances of it getting filled, considering what it's doing pre-market's probably pretty slim. You never know though, man. There's a lot of liquidity. Let me see how much volume. How much volume's in this over here? At these strikes. Let's see. Delta. No. Volume. There you are. Volume. Yeah, there is shit down there. Wow, really? Oh, well, what the hell, Scott? Market's not open, you goof. What are those deltas? 0.38 down there at 123, 0.77 at the 113. Yeah, they've already, the delta 0.5 is at 120 right now. What are you in any active options trades, P-Funk?
Just interdays with the S&P. I'm just waiting for it to open. I'm looking at like a 382 call. They're like 25 cents.
Wow,
And
really?
383 and 17 cents. Yeah, they're the same day options. You know what I mean? So we're trading what, 379 right now. So, you know, they had one yesterday. It was a 382 put, went from 84 cents to $6. It was insane.
Right.
Yeah, these things, these same day ones, they move like the wind, man.
Yeah, they
So
do.
that's kind of what I'm watching. I'm watching the calls. They're real cheap right now. The 380, 60 cents. The 81's 40 cents. 82's 25.
Right.
You know what I mean? We'll see on the opening. I mean, who knows? These prices are, you know, it's just showing. I don't know if those are even going to be real prices at the opening.
Right. Tesla 120.
I'm not as sophisticated as you, man. I don't know how to do
Oh,
the
bro.
combos.
I'm not that sophisticated.
You have to push the button. You have to push the button.
Button pushers. What do you do?
Push another button. There you go.
We push the button.
Push the Iron Condor button. And
Yeah.
then it pops up.
Yep.
Oh.
So yeah, what do we got here? Looks like VIX is down.
I'm Thinkorswim, really.
VIX down, Dixie down. NASDAQ minis up 115. Pointeroonies. Let's see, S&P minis up 114. Anything else? Yesterday, Russell was down 1.5%. Triple Q's 1.3%. S&P 1.2. Dow Jones 1.1. Oil's down right now. Oil's down. Looks like gold and silver are rebounding a little bit from yesterday. Copper's just buzzing sideways after it had its little run. What's silver? Right at 24. That's an interesting play too. Silver. All right. Interesting. Could be a good trade in there. If anything, what is the... let me see here. So, let's see. Summer pack unit. What do we want here?
I'm liking how Bitcoin's walking down through this distribution model on the 4 hour very nicely.
All right.
Very nicely. Up from the 95.5. Moving up last few candles. Looking good.
There's silver futures right there. Boom. So that 24.1 futures, huh? 28 day. February. What would a nice little vertical be? Yeah, nice and cheap. It's at 24.2. What's it at right now? Okay. Not bad. All right, let's see here. So Bitcoin, looked like had a little pump from 16.5 back up to where it's right now. Got on the top side of the 68.3 Laplace. The weekly range, right? Here's the weekly range. Literally, I mean, got a pump on day. Let's see. Yeah, Monday. What, on Tuesday? Yeah, got to rip up into that daily. Oh no, yesterday. My bad.
Daily fell on. I mean, on the daily time frame, it fell on Tuesday and Wednesday, but today it's up a little bit.
Yeah. It's right on the top side of the daily right now. But yesterday when we had that little pump, it just went to the top side of the daily where the top side of the weekly was and rejected all the way down to what? Yeah, a little under 16.
And literally, it reached the first Laplace up on the daily, and then just shot right back down.
Oh yeah.
Very glorious.
So yeah, Bitcoin going sideways. Sideways.
It has nice hills. Definitely nice hills. And it's moving through the distributions very nicely.
Let's take a peek here.
Very nicely. I mean, it rode from the 27th from then, pretty much. So you're riding down on a 95 Laplace distribution, riding down through it and riding on it. Just been moving right along through it. And then finally yesterday, it turned back up. So it's looking good. I mean, for scalps, that's for sure.
So here, yeah, Bitcoin. Bitcoin. What you gonna do?
Yeah, see that? Look at that. Glorious.
What is that? It's on plus. This thing's running through the 68.3. Let me see something here. Let's pop that.
That's a very high time frame. High time frame.
Heikinashi.
Yeah, I can actually.
Where the hell is my little dragon drop? Boomer time, boomer time.
Click on the arcs. Click on any of the arcs.
There it is. Wait a minute. Do. There it is. Down here, you little bugger. So, whoa, that was from the all-time high. I want to see the Laplace. Let's see here. From this recent little dumpy roo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
very nice.
Looks like it's trying to rip up to the 68.3. I mean, that's it. Fuck, man. A weekly, hell, that's at 19. Got some work to do, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But I also saw, like in the last, what was it? They said like 30 days, MicroStrategy's bought 2,500 more Bitcoin.
Right.
It's interesting.
I saw that. What's his name? What's his name? That guy. That other guy. The probable guy. You put like 100 million into some mining company. What's his name? I forget. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's won. Like it says in the thumbnail. If you showed up for the YouTube video late and not live, Bitcoin won. I'm convinced crypto has won the battle of fiat versus crypto. I've said it before and I'll say it again. That's why regulators are looking to get a piece of it, and that's why all the big investors are looking to buy into it when the chips are down, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because they know that even if it goes down for another year and a half, even if it falls another 20 to 50% for whatever reason, it's eventually going to go back up very nicely, as it does every once in a while, and has very nice runs to the upside. And more important than that, it's becoming the standard. You know, there are many cryptos that are very good, and Bitcoin is just one of them. And but it is obviously the leader of the pack so far.
Oh, dude.
And it is becoming a standard, whether people like to admit it or not, and people that call it a scam are just kidding themselves or trying to kid others, or they just don't know any better. It's very clear when you have all these regulators just making comment after comment about it. We have to regulate this or that, you know, crypto or exchange, and also people like Michael Saylor saying we have to regulate exchanges because it's not okay that people can make unregulated assets just on a hat. I'm like, Bitcoin was made unregulated by an unidentified maker. It's an unregulated asset. There's zero reason to believe that it's a rug after running for, you know, since 2000, the end of 2008. So it's, you know, there will always be nefarious actors in any market, and that is the unfortunate reality that causes more opportunity for regulators to come in and do their damage. But they just want a piece of it. At the end of the day, they're looking for ways to make profits for the government because that's pretty much their job, legislators and regulators. In theory, regulators are there to protect the consumers, but they're not really. They're there to help the companies make more money, and so they can get more tax money from it, and the governments too. And that's what the point of the government is anyway, is to survive, and they do that by taking more tax. So I view crypto as having already won since the last halving, and every time we see another regulator or legislator in any country talk more about it, it's more proof. And by the way, there was just a prime minister, I think in Fiji, elected, who is very pro-Bitcoin, so don't be surprised if you see Fiji adopting Bitcoin as a standard of some kind in the coming years. Would not be a surprise to me. Anyway,
Fiji.
That's for all the thumbnail narrative seekers. I've given you what you came for.
Yes.
Now learn some trading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I just had to go. I see so much fun, man. I see so much fun sliding across my messages every day, and it makes me laugh.
Oh, yeah, it's fuddy.
It is fuddy-duddy. FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
The opposite of FOMO, which is fear of missing out. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm only 18.
No, it's good. Good. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming about talking about how to actually trade properly.
That's FUD.
Yeah.
FUD, I tell you.
FUD, that's right.
So,
FUD, I tell you.
Got 11 minutes till takeoff.
Right.
Pretty interesting.
Well, I happen to believe in Bonk. Okay, Bonk's gonna take over the world.
I sold all my fucking bonk. I hope I didn't make a mistake.
did y'all see that they're more than likely going to get smashed on the bonk WET pair? As much as everyone thinks the USD price is going to go up, it's pretty much just filling Ethereum sell orders.
What I love is I hear crickets when you're talking. I love that.
Now there's rain.
Very nice. No crickets in the background. Cool.
And I'll tell you what, it got warm as hell last night. It's incredible. It's 50.
Yeah,
I woke up at like 3 in the morning. It was 50. I'm like, what the hell is going on? This weird ass shit. Because I wasn't hearing the heater kicking on. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, well, it's because it's warm out.
You guys have any friends or relatives that you know who are stuck on a Southwest airline delay?
Oh man, that's horrible.
What a shit show that is. Well, they
Dude, I
don't
heard
do
there were
that.
people still this morning stuck.
Well, unlike like Delta, United, you know,
Yeah.
they
said that they would help out and stuff. But I know people who are still stuck, man.
well, no, it's like they have hubs. So if there's a storm somewhere, you know, it doesn't really affect the whole chain with like all these other airlines. But Southwest is like point to point.
Yeah,
so
it's messed up. Dude.
One fuck
messed
up in one city, it especially a big one. Yeah, man.
Right.
Shit just hits the fan. They need to change that up.
There's some people that messaged me about some marketing stuff that they go to some conference and they couldn't go, and their plane was booked on Sunday, and they couldn't go.
Right.
And they've been waiting since Sunday for a flight to be rescheduled for their particular, direct destination. They couldn't go. They haven't gone to the airport yet because their plane is like delayed 4 days. So crazy.
Just crazy. Glad that shit didn't happen. Flew Southwest to Miami. I'm glad I didn't have any issues there. Although, hey, if I were wanting to be stuck anywhere, Miami wouldn't be bad.
Right. I guess, yeah. Of all the places to be stuck. But people got to go where they got to go.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. 100%. Gotta get crack-a-lacking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a peek at Bitcoin.
Hey, who's trading options today? Who's going to be trading options?
Me.
You.
Me.
You. What about you, P-Funk? You trading options at all?
Yeah, he's trading the minis, he said.
So, right. Yeah, right.
Some
Matt trading
calls.
bonk options.
Bonk.
Holding his bonk.
Long bonk. No, I sold all my bonk. Yeah, I at least swapped it. You can swap it on Radium. I swapped all my bonk for like 12 Solana or something. But and then it pumped 120%. Right after.
Did you guys see that stock Kala, K-A-L-A, yesterday on the daily? Posted that on link or something. That was nuts, dude. That was nuts.
What is it? Kala.
K-A-L-A.
The hell is it?
Oh, it's a pharmaceutical?
It's a pharmaceutical.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. They got FDA approval. Look at that daily thing.
Crazy. Went from 354 to
all the way to like $17. Yeah, dude.
Oh, these things pump and dump like shit coins. It might be fucking.
Yeah. It's like, if you didn't take profit on that, what are you waiting for? It doesn't even matter if it keeps going up. It's like, that's a crazy 350% profit you would have made.
Kala.
2001 and 2 all over again. As soon as the market cracked, all of a sudden all these biotechs go nuts. You notice that's what's been happening for 6 months, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, they get approval from the FDA, and boom, they shoot through the roof.
Right, but there some of those. If you actually read the fine print, it's just
right.
Okay. They got moved up in a stat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's hype, dude. It's hype. It's like buy the hype, sell the news situation.
Right. Exactly, man. I'd be shocked if this thing is in like $4 in a day or two.
That's what I'm saying. It's like take your profits, man. Like, take your damn profits. Yeah. Even if it's staying nicely high on the candle, it didn't come crashing down yet. Well, it could easily fall down today or the next day. Like, what do you care? Just be in the next trade.
Right. 350% wasn't enough for most people.
Right. It's like so greedy. I saw another one that was like 700% or something. I posted it also. It was just like, Dude, and it went all the way up, and then the next day it went all the way down, back to where it started. Like, you could have made money on the way up and the way down. You could have made a fortune. But, oh.
Are you
Yeah.
guys having any problems with this Discord lately?
Which Discord?
No.
Well, a Discord, like knocking you off or locking up.
No, but some,
I'm getting off this morning. It took me 4 times to get on the stream today.
It just knocked me off, and it's knocking me off and on, and then it freezes on me.
maybe their servers are in a place where they're getting bad.
U.S. servers are bonk.
Yeah, it's all dink doink bonk or something.
What does bonk mean, anyways? Is that something?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
It's like the
Like a bonk on your head, bonk,
Yeah.
like with a plastic hand.
Bonk upside the head.
supposedly it's going to be like the Dogecoin of Solana.
It's a coin on the Solana chain that they dumped half of the supply to all or anybody, I guess, with NFTs or something like that. I don't know what the discretion was, but anyways, they just dumped half the tokens, gave it to everybody for free, and now it's like, and it was like 0.009 cents or something when it first came out. It dumped to like zero, literally zero, and then people start buying it up again. It's supposed to be like the Dogecoin for Solana chain.
But speaking of Solana, you guys hear about DeGods?
Yeah.
I'll talk about that market. You heard about their $5 million thing?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Man, that was crazy.
That's
they went to
all
like the Solana Foundation. They're like, you give us $5 million, we'll stay on Solana. Solana was like, no. So
oh yeah, it's trying to strong arm all these chains.
Solana, I think Solana denies that it happened. Something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I heard from Frank on one of those spaces was that the other chain, gave him $5 million for a grant something.
Right.
But he didn't say anything about Solana. He led us to believe that he did not go to Solana and try to get more, because he said they were not the lowest or the highest bid. Like, there was other chains that were going to give him way more money, but he thought the opportunity was over on where the hell did he go?
The hell, Ethereum, right?
What are you talking about?
No, he went. The main gods are going to Ethereum, but the Utes are going to
Polygon.
Polygon. Yeah, Polygon. So Polygon wasn't the highest bidder, but they thought the opportunity was over on Polygon to be able to be the number one and be able to, move to be first big dog and remain the big dog over there. And then supposedly he's making like some system that's going to bring on projects over to Polygon, and then he's going to take that revenue and send it back to holders of, the Utes, and I don't know. He's got some big plan over there.
Hey, DeGods is something like 70% of all Solana NFT market value.
Yeah, I think between them and Utes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what I think about that guy.
The tenants.
What do you build?
If he's telling the truth, it wasn't because of a cash grab. It was more of the opportunity to go over and be the big dogs.
Right. Well,
now that opens up all this ETH money to come in, because supposedly all these big players in the NFT market, they don't want to be on Solana. They don't want to be on chains. They want to be on ETH. So now he's opened up that opportunity to be on ETH, supposedly. But the narrative against that, though, is it's stupid, because like all of these, like Magic Eden and some of these entities are all going to be multi-chain anyways. So
exactly. They're all cross-chain.
Yeah.
Stickman Toys, an NFT that I'm in with Warner Music, they signed earlier this month with Polygon and with some artist named Legend or something, like, or LEGND, I don't know, to do like a cross-chain thing with Web3D, some music NFT stuff. And they're on Polygon, and they're already on ETH because they launched it on ETH. But yeah, ETH has its cachet to certain NFT holders, but and they may look down their noses at Solana or ADA because they're cheaper or whatever. But I'm like, that's a ridiculous position to take. I mean,
Yeah.
just there's that, you know, that's just silly. Like, it's going to be cross chain, like you said.
I mean, anyone that's ever used Solana, I mean,
Yeah.
as long as you didn't hit Solana when the chain was down or something like that,
Right.
which has happened. But I mean, when it's running, it's awesome. It's super
very
fast.
fast.
It's
Yeah.
clean. The UIs are better. I mean, everything's better on Solana. So I mean, I don't understand that narrative at all.
No, it's, you know, it's narrative because people are on one team or the other, right?
Yeah.
They have a vested interest in one more than the other, so they're gonna say whatever they're gonna say. Like, from my point of view as a trader, I'm like, who cares? As long as they both have utility, they have value. Go for it. Hey, market open. Ding ding.
Ding ding ding. Bilbo, what happened to your bell?
It's going. You guys don't hear that? Yeah, I wonder why I'm the only one that hears it. Oh yeah, my bugle horn, man, just blew. It's party time.
The frequency is lower or higher.
You gotta crank it up.
Oh, it's loud. I can't believe you guys don't hear
You gotta
that.
put it on chain. You can't just have it in the background. Let's get it on chain.
Oh,
Yeah. Have a blockchain transaction every time the market bell opens.
Can't we have the bot tell us that it's market open? And just
Sure. You can have it. Well, I guess so, but you could have a trading view alert.
Yeah, we should put it in the Alpha Voice chat here. Get a
Right.
bot in there.
Yeah, I guess.
It's more fun with the market closed. Get a ping, and you're like, oh yeah, shit.
Yeah.
right. Let's see here. All right. So we're Tesla. Tesla ran pre-market literally. Wow. God, was that 99.7 I was looking at up there? Yeah, I mean, it literally ran up. Let's see, to the 95.4 Laplace. Pre-market. I was getting a misread earlier. There. Yeah, dude, that was the 99.7 up there. Good Lord. So yeah, it already ran to the 95.4 Laplace. So not surprising this thing's pulling back a little bit right now. Probabilities. 1 SD is 116.06. Top side of the 1 SD.
Frick, even coins pumping.
Coin is.
5%.
Oh, is coin making a move?
Yeah,
Yeah,
coins
man.
making a move.
I'm telling you, yesterday, man, I almost freaking got into some call verticals with coin and Tesla, and I really, I feel like I should have, no doubt about it. Go with my gut. Would have paid off. I'd be fucking closing the trades already. Funny. Yeah, this is interesting since Tesla did pump all the way up to the 95.4. It's good to see it back up around 120 though. See if it can sustain. What's going on with the dollar here? Dollar hanging on to the S1 on the daily. Still, look at the dollar, man, just struggling with that tight weekly range. Yep. Just hasn't been able to get by it. I mean, it's been up above it, but yeah, just keeps dumping back down. That'd be interesting. Let's see what's going to happen with the old dollar. The shitcoin. Gotta love it. Yeah, you can trade worthless dollars for goods and services. It's a pretty good deal. Like it. Here you go. Take my worthless dollar. There's
Solana
Zippo.
closed 12% down yesterday. Jeez.
What did?
Yeah, it's getting beat.
Got beat up, man. It hit the second Laplace there. For the third Laplace, wow. Got past the third Laplace down to the RMLR at 938. And right now, I mean,
All right.
tapped down to 9.7 today. Dude, 9.25 for Solana. Discount City.
Yeah. Big
Yeah, can you
time.
believe that, Gene? This is a time to start dollar cost averaging, baby.
Yeah, yesterday, I was listening to Tom this morning. Tom's been buying Solana, Cardano, and Polkadot.
Nice.
He doesn't like Ethereum either.
Yeah, well, who would?
I mean, dude, it's ridiculous. I don't know, man. I don't know. Go buy gold too.
Yeah.
There's no fucking supply cap on it. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man. Don't know. Gas scam. So yeah, if Frank wants to take D-Gods to do Ethereum, knock yourself out, dude. You can see it in the price. I mean, there's a lot of people selling. If I was in D-Gods and they announced that, I would have sold every NFT I had and taken my profit. 100%, man. I wouldn't travel over to Ethereum. I want nothing to do with it. Nada. But some people like Ethereum. Hey, man, that's all good. Can like it. It's been around. Probably will continue to be around. But if everybody thinks this gas issue is going to get fixed anytime soon, you're fucking...
Yeah, but it still has the largest dev community in crypto.
Yeah, that's what it's got. It's got all the money.
Yeah.
It's got all the money, all the banks, all the governments. Everybody likes it on the institutional side. So I get why people are into it. But,
oh yeah.
And plus, you can mine it without an ASIC, so that's good. But actually, you can't mine it anymore, right? It's proof of stake. But you can.
Yeah.
I personally, I'm not a huge fan of. I have some ETH NFTs, but I'm not a huge fan.
Right.
Because of that whole gas thing.
The gas. Yeah. Don't dig it. I don't dig it.
Necessary. Yeah.
Let's see my positions.
We got it's up 17%. Well, that's not bad. BitUSD. That's the Bybit token.
The old Bybit token. Is that kind of like the FTX token?
It's kind of like it, yeah. It's kind of like that. Kind of like FTT, only it's Bybit.
Or like Binance.
They've been around a few years longer, I guess. About the same time, right? 2019.
Yeah. I'm sure there's nothing sketchy going on behind the scenes with any of these exchanges.
No.
These things are legit as fuck, man.
Oh yeah.
Still people just leaving their funds on these exchanges while this shit plays out. But it's like if everybody just makes a bank run on these exchanges, holy shit, dude, you're gonna see a shit show. Oh boy. I'm personally glad I don't have a dime on any of them.
Yeah, no, it's a good time to not be on them if you have ways to trade without them.
I think I had like
I like spot trading on a wallet, but I keep a small amounts here and there on some exchanges. But
I think I had.
Only during my trading session. Yeah, like after the trading session, it's all off. I don't leave anything on there overnight when I'm not trading.
I think I left like $1.80 on FTX in Bitcoin.
I think that's all right.
I emailed Sam. I said, you can keep that for your legal counsel. Help pay for your attorneys. There you go. And by the way, thanks for all the profit. Fucking goon. You goon. And what's going to happen with that shit? Who knows? He's protected. There's no doubt. Totally protected.
I'm out of here for some minutes, maybe more. We'll see. Anyway, have a good one, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Let's see here. Yeah, and like I told Yasha before everybody came on, yeah, I got to cut this short too, right at 10. So we got 22 minutes. What shall we look at here, folks? Let's take a peek.
Let's get some intraday ranges for BTC. I would obviously like to see what you say fulfills my next bias of the 5-day print. Yeah. So I'm thinking intraday, if it stays below its daily mean, it's not going to be healthy.
Well, yeah, you've got this week. Bitcoin's just creeping right now up to the bottom of the weekly range, right? What is that at? 16, 657. So me personally, I'm looking, Bitcoin's got to get above this weekly range. If it doesn't, this thing's just going to continue going sideways this week. No doubt about it. But if we can get inside this weekly range, start closing some 15-minute candles, it's not like it's a super wide weekly, to be honest, man. It's only $120, not even, $114. So it's really not that wide of a weekly. Let me see here, 6771. Yeah. I've just got it pretty far expanded, so it looks it's this thing can move up here, man. You get up here above the center, especially above 16.7 something. Start closing some candles. I mean, we could easily see a 1SD move up there. What 16.8? What's a 95 Laplace? 17K. 17K.
Yeah, there's a 12-hour distribution cone, and its mean is up there.
Right.
So
17.
I'm thinking maybe if it was to get up that high, it could set in a bear div at +2 Laplace distribution. So
Right.
that was maybe 12 candles ago. So it happened on December 25th. There you go. So it's quite a few candles away. So it'll be interesting play to see what happens when it does mean revert. It went up first, then down.
Right.
So what that usually tells me is within the cone, from what I've been able to observe, I'm not going to run every single cone of percentages up and down. But if it goes up first, then down, then if the next time I set up my cone, the price should be lower. Why? Because there's better percentage returns to the downside than to the upside. Even though it's going up, it can go to 21, 20K, but the percentage down is going to be more than the percentage up, just because of the distribution cone and how it started, until it all flashes again. And then you start from there again. Does it go down, then up? Then you know it's going to be bullish, like complete unwinding in the cone. So before the next flash on the 12-hour, that cone should be higher than the one that was previously it was in.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what I'm looking for here. I see that there's a power mean also on the 12-hour, which 2 candle closes above that thing is pretty healthy, but I will be expecting a very strong wick back into it. So it's going to extend a window away from it, maybe 3-4%, and people are going to get comfortable, and it's going to come back full on that JMA to see if there's still the buying pressure there. I'm not sure. I need to actually open up the charts now and see where we all are.
Yeah, the daily 33 power means at like 16,875. A little bit above the 1SD.
Yeah.
That would be... I mean, it could run a little bit the rest of the week if it can get back up above here, man, today. But it's starting to get squeezed between this power mean and the RMLR. Be real interesting to see what happens. That's what, the daily? And that 4-hour... it's right up there, about 16.8, the reverse mean, 16.785 to be exact. And that is a 99.7 Laplace move on the 4-hour, on this 4-hour candle. That's fucking interesting. Let me see something real quick here. Yep, there it is right there. Yep. And that's dead at the top of the weekly. All right, see on this 4-hour candle, 99.7 Laplace, top of the weekly, we're right there at that 785 mark or something. Close anyway. I tell you what, if that does happen on this 4-hour candle, we could definitely, you close up here above this weekly range, it could get real interesting tomorrow. Real interesting. I mean, right, we're going into the end of the year here, real fast, creeping up on us. Tesla's being really resilient right now too. SPY, everything looks like it's up. Dollar's dropping. Yeah, Bitcoin. It's starting to move up here. Kind of like it. It's got to get in this weekly range though. Let's see what happens right here. My opinion, oh man. Down here on the 90-minute. Let's see. It's having an outlier. Look at the Z-scores pegged. I don't know. The Fishers are strong right now. Fishers are strong, but this is just contracting, negatively correlated. Let's see. The predictor flipped away back here. Yes, it did. Our lovely predictor. All the noobs just sit back, scalp the low time frames using the predictor. Fuck, take your profit. Can't go wrong. And then learn. And then as you're moving along, you could start to understand the volatility a little more. Let's make it a little easier for everybody. Trade the predictor. What is the predictor? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? But Bitcoin's looking pretty freed up to me, man. Honest, yeah, here we go on the 45, expanding positively correlated, probably the same on the 33, I would imagine. Yes, nice too, up to 84 percentile, almost in the trend, almost in the trend. Did we print? Yeah, a little hidden bull, getting this pop here on this 33-minute candle. What's this thing close? 6 minutes. You're gonna run to this z-score is just way up. Remember though, z-score log returns. That's why people get confused on some of these indicators. All right, I mean price action can go the exact opposite way as these return indicators. So you really got to know how to use them all together. Don't get trapped up. Don't get trapped up. This is not a directional indicator by any means. Well, we were above the confidence interval, so I wanted to short. Right, and the thing's just cruising down. Well, yeah, you got wrecked. You got wrecked, for sure. Yeah, I mean, price action was still dumping while the z-score was having a freaking outlier to the top side right here. Literally confidence interval to confidence interval. Those are usually strong little moves. Was there some div? No, there was not. From back here, no divs. No divs. What the hell is this thing? Got little pop-ups? What else on Bitcoin, Warlord? What do you think?
So I'm going high term time frames. I'm looking the 7 day. In my settings, I see ACP is completely zeroed out,
Boop.
and so it's been contracting, and it was in positive correlation, so we had negative drift. Now we're getting to the flip in volatility. Obviously, this is the sketchy time, but I'm going to wait for ACP to expand, and now PC is obviously mean reverting into negative. So for me, the next best move with regards to volatility, bar any other indicator, is price action down. And then I'll go look at RO, and my RO in the 7 days has a hidden bear div. DLP is obviously sort of like wrecked itself there on the wick. Now it's returning back to the mean, the bullish wick that got dumped on. And then I have ALRs that are mean reverting to the downside, and I forget the name of this one. Yeah, the APP also start hunting for holding in the blue regions, for the blue flashes, at least on my settings. So yeah, man, that's coming soon, and I'm not confident that it matches up with the 14-day, the 5-day, the 3-day. So there's positive drift coming in from a time frame that maybe I can't see, but I do see that the weekly has some good stopping power. Maybe I need to throw the VRE up on like a 45-minute, just check where the monthly mean is, and say that if it's above here, that's what it's fighting for.
Right. Let's see here.
It is. Okay, so it's all the way up at 18K. So maybe I was a bit too soon. But that is the price where we're at. It was about 16,550. We get back down there. The 14 days still in play. The 21 days still in play. And 7 days still in play for the next couple of days. It's a price to be very, very wary of, because if it even just wicks into that price range and it just turns all the indicators south, it's, to me, you're looking for serious follow through to the downside from that point. If that makes any sense. I wouldn't know how to trade options against that. I do know that the further away the price gets from it, so let's say the monthly mean at $18K, $40 is when you would want to maybe buy the options call for, down outside of this price action below, let's say 16K. Because the further away it gets, the cheaper the contract will be, I'm supposing. But yeah, so that's sort of the general idea that I'd be playing here. I don't know if it has even the steam to get through the previous weekly mean at 17,223, just because of the overall negative drift, which would tell me that best position is to be taking a short to maximize your profits. Yes, it can get there, but the candles are gonna go down faster. That's what negative drift tells me on the higher time frame. So you can scalp the little pops that happen out of here, but you got to be obviously quick on the short. But your longer term trend, let's say if you do get up to 17,300, is starting to maybe fall over. And obviously 18K is like $2,000 higher, which will blow the whole fucking model in my prediction, because that's a trade you'd want to take. It's a $2,000 trade, or 1.5. So yeah, man, I'm expecting it to get faded. So I don't know. We'll find out. And that's just going very, very high time frames and
normal.
learning from what I've learned.
Laplace, man, Laplace. There we go. Yeah, I like. Let's see. Yeah, that was on normal. I'm just setting up this on Bitcoin here real quick to get an idea. Normal, no Laplace, my friend. Laplace, the plane, boss, the plane. So let's see here. Here's a little projection out to July. So through the first quarter. Not even to July, May, June. Right into June. Some projected targets. 68.3 Laplace out here. What are we going out to? You know what? I'd like to just do it to the end of the quarter. Let me get a little vertical here. There you are. Where are you, March? There we go. Whoop. Yep, that'll work. Bam. So yeah, right here. So if Bitcoin wants to make a move to the top side, 68.3 Laplace by the end of the first quarter, there's that target 18.7. If it wants to make a run to the 95.4, that's 28K. Right, now we're getting into, can Bitcoin do it? Bitcoin can do whatever the hell it wants. We've seen that happen a million times. But we're going to have to see how these first couple weeks of the new year go. Yeah, 99.7 Laplace, end of the first quarter is about 50K. That would be lovely. You see Bitcoin back at 50K, it's time to have some fun. Party time. Let's do the downside here. And this is what I want to be able to do on traditional markets. I know that's got to be a code nightmare, but our guys are good, I'm sure, at some point. So bottom side of the 68.3 at the end of the first quarter is about 15.4, right? 95.4 Laplace, 10K, $10,214, 99.7. We got a $5,700 Bitcoin, and I'm backing the truck up. Fuck. Back the truck up at 57. Sounds good to me. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know, for the first time, this is what we do, right? It's all probabilities, projections of these probabilities. Gives you a good idea of these ranges. You can do this with normal distribution as well. I mean, but all those levels are getting hit. Doesn't just have to be Laplace. We like Laplace, though. The reason why I really like Laplace is, you know, that 99.7 range most of the time can contain this animal that is Bitcoin. And that's why, like Yasha was saying earlier, Bitcoin won. When I saw that thumbnail, I knew exactly what he was talking about, too. I was like, yeah, you're right. It has won. Big time. I mean, look what this beast has done. Nothing's ever even come close to the gains this thing is fucking just, it's a ripper since day one. Since day one. Let's put this on a monthly just to look at the freaking chart.
I got a cheat code. And the cheat code hasn't what is it? One of my AVRs, all right? This whole pump has been from 10K up to 58K, positive drift. Okay. So now we've had negative drift bringing us down. I'm guessing, because I can't really read this AVR with all the colors on. But now this thing still has at least until May April, May to get to the 10th percentile in the AVR. So it's a very long-term one. And I honestly only believe maybe by Q2, Q3, we will break out of a range to like go test the 58K range. So that's like 6 months time. That trend can be pulled out. Like it will have the legs to break 68K or whatever the high was, 58K. It will have the legs to break if it zeroes out at volatility down here, whatever price it is, right? So for me, it's to not try ponder and figure out, okay, this volatility is contracting now, but when does a positive drift come in? Because you ain't gonna kill positive drift on this thing, because it's negative drift that's pretty much brought us all the way down here since December 1st, from 51K, I think. It just triggered on contraction positively correlated down. So
Right.
yeah, that's something I've picked up on the 1 minute time frames and shit. It's like, oh, as big as this move is, if the RO and the line isn't matching up, then it doesn't have the opportunity to get the extension to break the previous high. Or like VRE level, perfect mean reversion on a VRE level, any time frame. The candle sits there like a little doji and it prints above, and then you see that hidden bull dip come in. Those kind of things get killed under negative drift. Anyway, let me stop walking.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just taking a look at this monthly. I mean, wow. So pretty much, this whole freaking down move from the all-time highs, the monthly's just been setting up long-term bull div. The fishers are crushed down here. Volatility, 0. Grade, 0. Do we have this is why I'm telling you, man, this first quarter, we could see an explosion in Bitcoin. Now, which way? Hey, we don't give direction, right? We don't give direction, let alone trade the monthly chart. But I'm damn sure up here trying to get a read on this market to see what's going to happen the first quarter, for sure. And I'm not even actively trading crypto right now. So I mean, I'm buying Solana. I'm got a shitload stuck in NFTs, which is good. I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable with the projects I'm in. Got rid of all my rugs.
Yeah, I think, okay, so no financial advice, but I've looked at these NFT things and I go, okay, if I'm not willing to, like, how do I put it? I'm not going to 3x like a $500 trade and then not take profit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you can buy these 3x leverage coins and there's like a fucking theta or some time decay shit that happens to them. And then you don't realize it, so you burn like $300 and you're like, fuck, I thought I could hold this thing for 6 months down. Right? And then you move on to NFTs. And then what I reckon the game is if you don't trade leverage, but you can pick a good NFT project and you can actually use your trading skills, right? And use your trading skills to time the whole NFT market. Okay, like some projects are outliers, like these Utes and shit or whatever, and they've gone up in value, but that's because they minted a different price. Are they keeping their dollar floor or they're above their dollar floor? It doesn't matter how much SOL they have, because I could just be holding dollars and I'd have more NFTs today than if it doesn't matter. Anyway, so you buy this NFT, let's say it's $200, and now Solana turns around, okay? And if Solana turns around and there's no good news dropped by the founders, okay, you're naturally gonna increase in dollar price and people will start to pay more for said NFT. So you could have a $200, I don't know how much it is, just call it 20 SOL for a whale. And just because the market goes from $10 to $20, you've had the increase, even if the balance is flat. You've maybe lost out on SOL, but you've got your dollar. So it's like a weird dollar hedge. But if the NFT project also releases good news at that time, then it will double the price of the crypto's floor, not the dollar floor. So it could go from 20 to 40, and then you get the dollar move from $10 to $20, and now you have an NFT that's worth $800, which is now like a serious leverage trade. That like turned your 3x into like a 5x point something. And I reckon that's the play. And it's it works inverse as well. And the problem is because you like the picture, because you don't know what a Bitcoin looks like actually, but now you know what this fucking coin looks like, and then you want to hold on to it. It's a nice looking coin. You know what I mean? Like, you don't buy a whale.
Shiny.
You didn't buy this whale because it's a shitty looking whale, bro. You know? So it's like,
I got sexy whales. My whales are sexy.
You trap yourself in on the way down. But if you can, I don't know, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just pondering lessons I've learned. If you can have a Solana bag, a USD bag, and an NFT bag, and that's solely based at like one project, then you know, okay, every time it dips, I can buy more Solana, and the price of Solana can go up, but then I'll have more dollars. And then you can stack that account, and you just start shuffling these little fucking accounts around, and then you enter. Because if you just bash all your liquidity into it, I feel like you lose out on the opportunity to the downside of being able to grab 3x more bubble goose just because you had $250 sitting on the line, not like sitting aside, you know, not worried about anything. Just, oh, okay, cool. I know you spent $250, 6, 12, 18, 24, it's 4 bubble goose since midday. It's like, we get caught up in it. So it's
Dude, that storm sounds epic. I love that thunder.
Yes. Yeah, dude, it's cracking. I think it's time for us to open up the buckets over here.
Open the buckets.
Yeah.
And you know what? Speaking of opening the buckets, I'm going to have to get out of here. I'll tell you what, man. Let's close off the YouTube live stream. And, I mean, you guys can continue in the Discord talking and stuff. Because tomorrow I'm hyped for. Tomorrow's going to be a long stream. For sure. Okay. It's literally the last trading day of the year for traditional markets. So it's going to be real interesting to see how the shit plays out.
Indeed.
Real interesting indeed. But yeah.
Can I ask, what kind of assets will you be looking at? Because I was thinking of doing indices. I got a list from our previous market maker, P-Funk.
Yeah.
And I was like, gee, what is helpful? What is information that is going to be helpful to you as you're trading stocks and all these other things? And he's like, here are the things that every person who's in the traditional industry or who's a professional trader that side of the world, this is what we generally look at. It's sick. So I'm going to maybe do an indices thing as well. But anyway, let me not take any more of the guys' time.
No, that's exactly what I was about to say. P-Funk's right on it. That's what I'm looking at too, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at too.
I'll send you the list.
Yeah. Yeah. DM me P-Funk's list. Let's see what he's up to.
I'll slide in.
P-Funk. The funk is in the house. Let me see here. But yeah, so if you are watching on YouTube, the link to our Discord's in the description of all our videos. Come on in, open up a support ticket so you can get the free Volatility starter pack to get you on your path to volatility trading. And then once you do that, you can look into our indicator package, which is very powerful, to say the least. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching live in the Discord and watching on YouTube. If you are out there in YouTube land, come check us out. Come check us out in the Discord. And we'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys.